Hi, I'm Dr. Evelyn. In this short video, I'll give you some information to help you choose a food that is right for your pet. Now, with so many options, it can really be a daunting task to decide what food to feed. You have choices about the form of food. They can be kibble, they can be grain-based or grain-free, canned food in various textures, raw, they can be fresh, freeze-dried, or frozen. Where do you start? First, it's important to remember who we are feeding. Now, the mouth gives us the best insight into what type of food an animal should be eating. The carnivore on the right has very long, sharp canines and short incisors, perfectly designed to kill prey and then tear off large chunks of meat. The molars that you can't see are also sharp for tearing meat from bone. The omnivore is also designed to kill and eat animal prey, but does have some flat molars for grinding plant materials. You'll notice that the herbivore and the human have very flat teeth. They also have muscular lips that help them to grab foliage or grasses. The premolars and molars of the herbivore are also flat for grinding plant materials to start the breakdown of fiber and plant cell walls. In addition, the jaw of the herbivore can move side to side and front to back to help break down the fibers of the plants. Carnivores and omnivores can only open and close the jaws. There's no need to grind meat. As we move down the digestive tract, we see more differences. A carnivore is simply converting animal protein and fat back into animal protein and fat. This doesn't require a whole lot of time or distance to accomplish. An herbivore, on the other hand, must break down the fiber and plant cell walls before the nutrients within are released. This takes time and often a period of bacterial fermentation to complete. So it's not surprising to find out that the digestive tracts of each type of animal is different. An herbivore has a digestive tract that's roughly 10 times its body length, whereas the carnivore and the omnivore have a digestive tract that's about 3 to 5 times the body length. Based on these anatomical factors, it's clear that an omnivore is basically a carnivore with more options. Your dog falls into this category, while your cat is an obligate carnivore. Now, what do I mean by species appropriate diet? A species appropriate diet is simply one that the animal is designed to eat and gain the most nutrition from. For your dogs and cats, they're carnivores. Their mouths and digestive tracts are designed to eat and digest meat. Now, cats are obligate carnivores, meaning that they have a very high protein need and should get most of their nutrients from animal sources. Cats are also desert creatures and they have a very limited thirst response. They must get most of their water from the food they eat to avoid dehydration and problems like bladder stones and bladder blockages and even kidney stress. Now, dogs are scavengers and they'll eat berries and nuts and seeds in the wild. They can digest some plant materials. However, neither the dog nor the cat has any nutritional needs for carbohydrate. And yet, dry foods can be anywhere from 35 to 60% carbohydrate on a dry matter basis. Now, as you look at the label for your pet's food, a cat food should be pretty much all animal protein with a very small amount of plant material for their phytonutrients that can be beneficial. Cat food should also have high water content. Canned or frozen raw fit this, but you can also do a freeze dried and add water to rehydrate it. Animal protein should be listed first and preferably second and third on all dog foods. And rotating protein sources and brands can help to ensure complete nutrition. Now, I do recommend avoiding grains. They're really not species appropriate. Most of them are high in omega 6 fatty acids, which can increase inflammation in skin and joints. And most are genetically modified, which means that they're full of pesticides and toxins. I hope this helps you get started choosing an appropriate food for your pet. Now, ask your dog which he prefers. Most of the time, your dog or cat will choose the food that's best for him. But just like us, they sometimes prefer the junk food. And just like us, they can suffer the consequences of ill health if they choose the wrong food. I think Anne Wigmore says it best when she says food can be the safest and most effective form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. Help your pets choose the best medicine.